About it. Talked about her being such a bright spot this season. She battled through injury.
Has raised her level of competition just a little bit against ranked opponents, and they are very disciplined at bat and is able to draw third best in the nation. But right now, Riley Blampede up to no out, and she's looking to bring home Jordan Fabian, or at least move them over, and she's able to lay down the sacrifice bunt. So both now advance.
Runners into scoring position.
In the lineup for South Carolina. Some new faces, check swing there, and they're going to say it's in fair territory, so some impacting this roster for the Gamecocks. And trying to touch that outside part of the plate, not giving his home plate umpire, Bobby DeMayo, home, but the defense for the Lady Vols were wide awake.
She kind of prowls around the circle. The team feeds off that. The defense.
Well, Malloy, who is one of the best offense, who can hurt you. Mackenzie Donahue, Zeta Pooney as well, as swung on back to the pitcher and the roller, and Kiki Malloy, the sophomore late. Lays down the bunt, again fielding her position, an area where the Gamecocks' sensational sophomore campaign. Swung on hard, and the two-out single rolls to the warning track, going around the second base. Understanding that with Riley West on deck. The good news here, Aaron, is the fact that we've got a couple of Julias that are behind the dishes. And that loads the bases, so all the damage now brings up Mackenzie Donahue. And what did Karen Weekly tell us this week? Donahue, who comes over from the University of Oklahoma, is part of that. Oh, great pitch there from Leah Powell, freezing Donahue. And the regular season title in program history. Kiki Malloy, part of that area. Leads it off here. And gets her first strikeout as Desiderio goes down swinging.
Rogers is that changeup. We haven't really seen it yet through third, but it's going to change that she's brought to this year.
Great opposite field hit from Marissa Gonzalez. Gonzalez speed and be a little bit more active and aggressive on the base pass. And the second hit by pitch for the Gamecocks as Emma Seller with runners on, in scoring position, laying down the sacrifice bunt. Is Brooke Blankenship for a number of South Carolina batters. Jordan Fabian has taken. And here it lines out to second base, so a couple more left on. Against top 25 opponents. We saw them already trying to be a. You got a chance to see her in last year's Super Regional.
Nor wanted to do it. But she stepped up to the challenge and has now been a huge portion of the. In fact, making it a point of focus and discussion is that this team really does have a target on their back. They put together.
That one gets past Desiderio over the head. The wild pitch allows Pizzolinopolis games as a pinch runner on a reserve role. And the second walk of the inning, fourth of the game for Powell.
Much different look than what you saw from Powell. Oaks is all spin.
In position, she's hitting better than 500. This one popped up. in foul territory near first base. And again, it's one of the things that Bev Smith talked about in terms of her pitching staff.
That is depth.
And how about Carson Oakes coming in and striking out?
Coming into this weekend, just asked her about the temperature to this team. Give me a temperature check. And she said,
consistent trips, had 7 consecutive trips into the tournament. As that backhand from Leah Boutte, and a great job fielding that one by the NCAA tournament. The last couple of seasons, you see 33 total wins on the season. Again, so important for them to notch those wins against top 25. All things that the NCAA much this year.
Think about Oklahoma and Texas making their way over here next season.
As Anaya Black was caught looking, Ashley Rogers, Patterson, our producer, we all efforted trying to get, I like how you wrap that around, brought it in as a full pitch walk to Booth Gibson, which is a great softball name too, right?
I love it.
The first time up. Incredible skill and talent for Pooney as Masuzin takes out the pinch runner, and she's thrown out as Desiderio. Oakes readies the pitch. And Riley Westbrook. What a great defensive dive and grab in foul territory by Jordan Fabian. As South Carolina is take advantage of free passes from Ashley Rogers, and what a grab in the outfield box. Already thrown out a runner. Comes into
the base on ball. She started to settle in a bit, command that zone. That's actually the first time we have seen that ball get called on the
2-2 to Gonzalez, who has the only hit of the game for South Carolina. And coming in, Donahue delivers
hard cuts. And the two categories that we really focus on is that on-base percent.
Never easy, but sweeping Ole Miss, LSU, Kentucky, and Florida, quite impressive. This swung on, hit well, and this one is out of here. Take 2, and her 6th home run of the season.
I told you, little stick of dime finally putting the Vols on the board. This one an opposite field bomb. An oppo taco, as they would say, sees the ball deep. That is textbook hitting right there.
We just had some fish
I'm a mushroom
tacos.
gal.
We just had some fish tacos. Some grouper fish tacos. Can't beat it.
I'm with you. I like a little
Yeah, right, because they show up, they are loud. They make it known that they're there, and they're really into it all the time.
I like
the 1-1 to Katie Taylor, the 9-hole hitter, trying to lay down the butt single, and is able to do so. And shifting over. Earlier this week, she was honored the highest. And so was Coach Weekly and her team. I mean, just so proud of what she was able to accomplish.
This is an award that's been around since 19.
That same number, Leah Boutte. Inside, jammed, it popped up. Oakes is there to collect it, and a couple more of softball. On the season at the plate. And the freshman goes down swinging. She sat down. Now 10 in a row as first pitch swinging from Brooke Blink. Well, Ashley Rogers, one of the best in not giving up in and show off some of that shut them down type of power. And this one is able to be a base hit.
This is a team that typically is very aggressive at the plate. Coach.
Sit down. That's what Ashley Rogers says as Zoe Leno goes back to the dugout.
Savor the fact that she can come in and spot that location and speed.
Auburn, Alabama, all among the top 5 as Gibson lines that out to right. And remember,
it was also suffered some blows through regular season SEC play.
Seven consecutive series team, right, out of LSU.
Well, and I also think better and better and better, if you can believe it.
Bottom half of the hour. Thanks for staying with us or tuning in. Goodlow standing at first base, the pinch runner. And that one hit well and hard into right field, and that's out of here. Or did it bounce off the wall? They're going to say.
Only going to be reviewed. It's going to be talked about. This ball hit. That is the question.
So the call stands.
Change-up will be important as she faces one of the toughest offenses in the nation as well. Late.
And this one underneath it, that cut pops it up. Betting ball able to get. And a soft liner to Sellers at second. So 2 was put together by our crew earlier this week as outs on the day. Winging from Riley Blampede, and Blampede off the wall, and is she thrown out? Hard hit single, and then the cannon to second base. Inspector, they try to say, oh no, we can hit that, that's no problem.
I think it's a mix of both. I can remember a time needed in the sport of softball. That's what makes it so action-packed. Only down a run, they could have started this inning with a runner in scoring position. No outs.
Instead, they line out to left. In the league, the top 4 also get a
top of the 6th could have been a
runners on base. They usually are able to bring them home as first pitch hit into left field.
Sequences correctly with the threat of Malloy in that one.
The 3-1. Malloy is able to find her first base hit. Innings 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. That for South Carolina. This one shallow center field. So the bloop single into center field. This one lifted into center field, and that ends the game. I need more of Aaron Miller, though, folks. Desiderio bounces it over to Donahue at short. Legs after a solo shot. The 3-1, Sellers puts it into play and is able to sneak it through. The freshman called upon to try to find ways to win without maybe having her best stuff, and that was the case early on. And now Sabian, the crowd at Cherry Park. First pitch swinging, sends this one into right field, and that ends it in foul. Let's send it now to the SEC East leading Vanderbilt Commodores.